finna spit the illest lyrics. White man be born, manufactured in poverty. That's how a criminal's born. White supremacy exists cause blacks were stripped naked of the cash they was making. Black businesses forsaken. I get that bacon, fuck boys busy hating. I be Alright guys, so we're going to give a commentary, or at least I'm gonna give my commentary on what I think about Flagrant 2 versus Fresh and Fit. And as you can see on your screen, that's the homie, Mediocre Tutorials. So I'm gonna give my reaction, but before I do, I want you to read what you see on your screen. The post I put was, the white guy at Flagrant 2, I meant to say Flagrant 2, but the white guy at Flagrant is clearly dealing with the great white syndrome, to where in his life, women have come up to him and desired him simply because of his whiteness. I see it all the time. White men get chased after by just about every race of women as if they were the pretty light-skinned chick to black men. So with that being said, guys, let's go on ahead and press play.
Angles. I'm going to present you guys with a specific clip, which I think summarizes a large degree of what the conversation was about. But I leave a full link to this podcast down in the description box down below, so you guys can watch the whole thing and judge for yourself. And let me also say this, that this is the most amount of pressure that I've seen applied to Fresh and Fit, at least from a content perspective, and it's not even on their platform. So you already know I'm interested to peel back the onion to understand the psychology of the conversation. Without further ado.
In today's dating marketplace, the way, dating is between men and women, girls have a crazy upper hand. You know what I'm saying? And we've talked about this with how the world's changed with, Instagram, online dating apps, etc. Women really have all their leverage when it comes to dating and relationships nowadays. So what we teach guys is to kind of go into this fight that you're talking about and be prepared. Most women are using rocket launchers and guys are going in there either bare fists or with butter knives, right? They don't really know what they're telling them. Listen, man, you got to understand how women operate, how they think, etc. And a lot of girls finesse guys. So we teach guys female nature, how to understand how women communicate versus how men communicate, how to get what you want out of relationships without getting finessed. Because the thing between men and women is that men are trying to get sex, women are trying to get money, time, attention, resources, whatever, and both genders are...
I want to pause it right there. Myron just said men are trying to get sex. For those of you who don't know how a man thinks, a genuine guy like myself, and there's a whole lot of us out there, men are not just trying to get sex. We're trying to get to know the woman. We're trying to build something. See, men are more concerned, generally speaking, men are more concerned about building legacies. The same way we chase our dreams is the same way we think about our legacy, our children, our family structure, and how healthy our family structure will potentially be. Okay? Let's continue.
Leveraging, right, their asset to get the other commodity from the other without necessarily giving up their asset. Men want to get the box without necessarily having to go on dates and spend money. Girls want to get the money and the dates without necessarily giving.
Okay. And that's another thing I slightly disagree with. He said men are just out to get the box without having to spend money on dates, etc. That part I disagree with, because me personally, I do not mind, and I personally don't mind taking a woman out on a date if I knew that she was going to make some effort to give me something in return. You don't have to give up the vagina the first day I see you, because the vagina doesn't make a relationship for me. It's your personality. But unfortunately for me, the last woman I took out on a date, she ghosted me. She basically didn't spend a dime when we went out. Okay, I paid for her meal, paid for mine. I didn't have a problem with it. I was making some good money. Okay, it wasn't a problem for me. But she ended up ghosting me. Never told me why, and just that was the end of that. Never seen that woman again. Never heard from her again. Poof, It was as if she was a ghost. Let's continue.
That box. So it's a delicate dance between the two where you're going to try to, get what you want out of dating. And unfortunately, most guys don't know how to navigate this properly, you know? So that's what we teach guys to basically fight fire with fire, because girls are playing the game. Girls are finessing guys. We have a whole sugar daddy epidemic going on right now. We have got a bunch of girls finessing dudes. So we teach guys how to fight fire with fire, honestly. And, you got to know what you're doing when you deal with women, because they're playing the game. So you got to play it as well.
Because here's the thing. I don't think that every girl that you're meeting is trying to finesse. I do understand what you're saying. Not every. And I think...
And here we go with this guy. You see, I'm so glad that they put this white guy on here. I don't know his name, but I'm so glad they put him on here. You want to know why? Because this white guy represents a big portion of white America. He represents a big portion of white males in America. And you're gonna see why too. Because he's like a deer in the headlights. And I'm going to tell you why he's like a deer in the headlights. The reason why this man that's speaking right now is like a deer in the headlights is because he is a white privileged man in a country that specializes in giving privilege to people that look just like him. So you know what? Let me press play.
To be honest with you, like, if you're charming and you're down to have a good time and have fun, they want to have fun too. I think most women are dealing with such boring guys that if you're an actual guy that's funny and entertaining...
Most women are dealing with boring guys. See, he sounds like he's talking from the lens of a female. It's almost like he's speaking from his wife's mouth. No disrespect to him, but what he's saying sounds very feminine. Most guys are just boring. Do you really think that's what it is, dude? You know what? I got a lot to say about you. Let's press play.
Their eyes light up and they're so down to enjoy your time and your company. And I think most women are actually entering these relationships insecure. They're going to fuck it up. They're going to be, oh, am I going to be too clingy? Should I not call him every 3 days? I think it's actually like to a guy's detriment to think of women as these people that you're...
Check out what he just said, y'all. He's basically saying women go into relationships nervous and they don't know what a guy is thinking. And bro, that's what us dudes, that's what we do to women. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Guys are the ones that don't know what to say to women. Don't know if she's going to call them back. Don't know if she likes tall guys, short guys. We are the ones with this nervousness. What the heck are you talking about, Mr. Privilege?
Fighting, so to say. Like, these women are more nervous than you. Once a woman likes you, she's terrified she's going to fuck it up. She's calling her friends. She's calling her father. She's calling her mother.
Man, Andrew, you got to get to that point. So, most girls, most dudes are invisible to most girls. Yeah. Women only see a small percentage of men.
Top guys.
Most guys are virtually invisible to them. That's the reality.
So I think if you enter in with that mentality, that's how you're gonna see it. But I think if you enter with the mentality like nobody should be invisible to me, I'm the fucking shit, that girl's gonna figure that out. Of course,
but we gotta accept reality.
Yeah.
See, Mr. Privilege just said, all you gotta do is step out and do it like this. You know, be confident. Just go out and she gonna figure it. That's how your life turned out. That's how your life turned out. Look at the way you look, man. Look at the privileges you get in this country. You get way too many freaking privileges. See, this is the problem that I have with when you have married white guys or married guys in general speaking to guys that aren't married and that are hip to what's really going on, aka fresh and fit. Shouts to the homies.
That is reality. That is reality.
So let me just add this, right?
Yeah.
So your point of view is from your experience, right?
Yeah.
We talk to guys and girls every night, every single day. We're actually in the dating field every day, dating apps, sugar sites. We're in there, in the field, learning real time. So when we give advice regarding this topic, bro, it's like we're in the field with girls right now.
In Miami.
In Miami. No, human nature.
Well, why? I don't think she'll take advantage, to be honest with you. I think she just won't be interested. And I think that if we look at
That's
women,
the problem, though.
Yeah, but if we look at women like predators,
Yeah.
that's a bad perception for a guy who's trying to find a woman that he wants to marry. Like for
Very
me,
fair
I'm
point.
trying to find a girl I want to marry, right? So I can't go into a relationship with someone that I'm about to trust with my life and my kid's life as, oh, this girl's a predator. She's trying to get over me. She's trying to figure it out, right?
Obviously, that's not how you go into a relationship. You don't go into a relationship thinking that a woman is a predator. But this is exactly how the Fresh and Fit podcast was created. Fresh and Fit has documented numbers. See, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. They have documented proof of what's going on in the dating realm right now. And the fact is, there's a lot of guys getting effed over by women that they thought they may get a chance with. This is a fact, man. And just because it hasn't happened to you, or it probably happened to you one time out of the 15 times you tried, doesn't mean it's not happening to anyone else. This is the problem that I have with this guy right here, this white guy. He's speaking from a very selfish, one-sided point of view. Like, hey, my life was easy. It didn't take me much to get a girl or to get in her pants. And bro, you're a fucking white guy. Excuse my language, guys. You're a freaking white guy in a society that favors your kind. There's going to be a lot of things that go your way. Once again, this is the problem with when you have someone like him to try to speak on topics that are realistic compared to his reality. See? Because his reality is different from the numbers reality. Okay?
I have to go in open, and then I actually have to go in going, oh my shit, do I really like this girl? Is this person I want to spend the rest of my life with? I know that she would want to spend the rest of her life with me because I'm a great guy.
I appreciate Andrew explaining that. Like,
He said, I know that she would like to spend the rest of her life with me because I'm a great guy. Hey, Mr. Privileged. I'm a great guy. I'm 31 years old. And being a great freaking guy never cut it for me. It never, ever did. It always failed. And the guys that are getting all of the vagina are the bad guys that tote guns and join gangs and stab people up and shoot people for a living. Okay? Those are the ones that get all of the vagina. So by me being a great guy, as you just said, it means absolutely nothing unless I looked like you. And I don't want y'all sitting here talking about, oh, I'm hating. No, I'm not hating. I'm telling you the stark contrast between a black man and a white man. Okay? It's much, our worlds are much different due to our skin complexion and hair texture being completely different. Our worlds are much different.
But why they so defensive? Why they scared? It's like,
You got to be aware.
So we're in a unique position.
It's not the forest, bro.
We're in a
You're
very
the
unique...
lion, but you teaching them like they the fucking gazelle.
Yeah,
like
right.
we the lions out here, bro.
So here's the thing. So we're in a very unique position because
You see how cocky he is when he speaks? We're lions out here. Come on, man. You're supposed to take charge. Come on. What are you talking about? What we're talking about, Mr. Flagrant, is the fact that you as a white man can get away with a whole lot that people that don't look like you cannot. As a matter of fact, even some of the ones that look like you can't get away with what you may have gotten away with in your life. You know, being confident and acting like a lion, as you like to say. You see, to you, it's like 1, 2, 3. But that's your reality. And I can't even tell you that you're wrong, bro. I can't even tell you that you're wrong because it's your reality. It's what you lived. But stop trying to force your Stop trying to force your reality on the whole world as if the whole world operates the way your life went. Stop acting like it. Come on, bro. It's so simple. It ain't like that, bro. It ain't fucking like that. Look, check it out. There are women out there that'll literally holler rape or holler sexual harassment if, let's say, a black guy walked up to her and was like, "Hey, cutie," and he just put his hand on her face and, to try to call her pretty or something. He rubbed his hand on her face like, "Yeah, you beautiful, girl." She'll holler, "Oh, just don't touch me. That's sexual harassment." But then when you do it, "Hey, daddy." You see? These types of things really happen. So, once again, your world is completely different from other people's world. There's a set of men that can get away with certain things, and there's a set of men that just can't. The ones that can get away with it they make up a very small percentage of men. The ones that cannot make up a huge majority of men in America. Okay? This is the point that Fresh and Fit is trying to make.
Not the invisible dudes.
Thousands of guys.
Yeah.
And we also talk, at this point, we've interviewed well over 1,000 girls on our podcast.
Yeah.
And there's been some things that have come up that made me realize, okay, this is why we have these issues with dating. The reality is this, I'm going to boil it down for y'all. Most women are delusional of where they think they stand, and most guys underrepresent themselves of where they think. So girls have an overinflated sense of ego for the most part, because we ask them all the time. We actually have a delusion calculator we use. And we ask them, hey, what type of guy are you looking for? And when they put in their ideal man, every single time, he's in the top 1% pretty much. Very rare, We're talking well over 6 feet, over $100,000 per year, not married, not obese, etc.
Not weird.
Yeah. So
You asked the ideal.
No, of course, but they all think that they deserve that as well, is what I'm trying to say. They say that's what they want, and they feel that they deserve it as well.
Don't you guys
Right?
think you
So-
deserve your preferences?
Yeah.
No.
Here's problem. Good.
So, but these girls are not necessarily in a position to demand that kind of man when there's not enough of these guys to go around. You get what I'm saying? And then the thing is with that guy is that guy has the leverage, not necessarily the women, because once you get to a certain point as a guy, you now actually have the leverage where you're the commodity versus her. She's just an attractive younger girl, but there's plenty of girls like that. So that's what we've kind of found in the
Y'all
dating
didn't have
place.
broke friends that got pussy growing up?
I completely understand what Myron is saying. I think that
He said, none of y'all had broke friends that got pussy growing up. Bro, those dudes make up such a small percentage. But yeah, you're right. You're right. And guess what? The women that these broke dudes are dating look like crap. Okay? 9 times out of 10, they look like dog poop. They look like junk. What's the point you're trying to make?
This idea
I
that
know.
it's so hard to get laid and all this, that's the fallacy. The fallacy is that they're not as equally as nervous. What they are is bored. Women are bored with corny fucking pick.
Like I said, he's speaking from the lens of a woman. It's not hard. It's so easy. You're making it seem like it's hard. It's difficult. Bro, for the last time, and it's the last time I'm going to say this, your reality is completely different from most men's. Just because you have a wife, just because you probably had sex with 50, 60 different women in your life doesn't mean for the rest of the world getting women should be or is that easy.
Lines and shit, but
Yes.
teaching guys that they got to be terrified and they're these
Not
fucking
be
monsters,
terrified.
these predators.
Just
Like,
go
man
in.
up, stop being a
We
bitch.
don't tell guys to be terrified.
Nah.
We tell them to go in.
He said, man up, stop being a bee. Love it. Like, you see, guys, you gotta love his confidence. Like I said, I love that they did this with this guy because his attitude is so white supremacist, like not white. I can't call it not white supremacist. His attitude is very much privileged. He has a very privileged way of conducting himself. Like, come on, man, just go do it. It's just do it, man. What the fuck you mean just do it, punk? Like, we're not you. We didn't grow up in all white neighborhoods. We didn't go surfing. We didn't get the chance to have every single police officer around us smile at us and treat us with respect. We didn't get the chance to be white, is my point. That's the point I'm trying to make. And you're making it seem like your life is everybody's life. It should be easy for everybody. No, not at all.
And understand how women think, how they operate, and put yourself in a defensive position where you're vetting the girl.
Yeah, but
She's
that's
gotta
his point.
comply.
Why are you in a defensive position? Sorry, you're right.
Yeah, so you gotta basically put yourself in a position where she's complying to you. She's qualifying to you. Most guys come in thinking, oh man, I hope she likes me. Let me get the girl.
Yep.
What we tell guys is you need to come in and be like, take it or fucking leave it, and then have her comply to you, because and a woman is feel like she's qualifying to you.
You should have
That's when
standards.
she's attractive. But most guys don't come from that angle. They come from a scarcity
Because they're
mindset.
desperate.
That's true.
Yeah.
And let me prove myself to her, blah, blah, blah. They kind of fall into the Disney fairy tale.
We should prove ourselves initially. We have to. They have the pussy. If we don't prove ourselves, we can't enter. That's the game.
Here's the thing. I respectfully disagree with that to a degree.
I disagree.
Because she's going to know that from
Can't
like
have
meeting
sex
and
with you
talking
without
with
you willing to have sex with me.
But
Like,
that's done with your existence. Like that's just from your energy, the way you operate, the way you speak to her, your tonality, your confidence, your leadership. She's gonna see that just off of messing with you. You don't necessarily have to brag about what you do.
No, I never
not
said
saying that.
Yeah.
I said she's going to learn
It shouldn't
just
be
from being
overt, is my
around you.
point. It
Of
shouldn't be
course
overt.
not.
It
Of
shouldn't
course
be
not.
overt.
She don't learn from being around you who you
Yeah.
are.
They're both saying the exact same.
I love how authoritative the white guy is too. He's authoritative because, once again, his kind get their way a lot. What people have to understand is that the life of a white man is a lot of things go his way. A whole lot of I'm talking about a whole lot of things. Like in the second that something doesn't go his way, he's willing to kill somebody. That's the stark contrast between a white man and a black man. Black men are so used to not having nothing that we don't we don't get in our feelings. At least the majority of us, we don't get in our feelings when something small doesn't go our way. We got something called thick skin. We have to have thick skin in this freaking world. But this guy clearly had it real good growing up. I'm talking inheritance, potential inheritance, every video game he ever wanted, every car he ever wanted, his father probably bought him a boat, that's how he come across. He come across like, damn, life is good, man. Just go out and do it. Like, what the freak you talking about, homie? My dad didn't give me a yacht. My mama didn't put $1 million in my bank so I could just enjoy life like you. Like, what are you talking about? Life is not that freaking easy. It was easy for you.
Thing.
Exactly.
And ideally, there are things that you can do to like expedite that process. So there are certain dudes who like, they might need to be friends for a month, and then that girl starts to realize, oh my God, this is a fucking really quality guy.
Don't
and
be
he was
friends.
a little nervous and weird when I first met him, but he stayed true and he wasn't building my fucking cabinets and doing all this shit. He was just a fucking good guy, and now I realize it. And then there's some dudes that are going to be charismatic, and within 5 minutes, all of a sudden that girl's going to be like, oh my God, this
We
guy's
tell
so
guys
much
never
fun.
be in a friend zone. Get out.
Yeah, I said before that they were speaking the same thing, and again, I think they're. This is why this conversation is so.
All right, guys. So I'm going to end it right here. Please leave a like. Share this video with as many people as you possibly could. It's a very important video. Leave a like, leave a like, leave a like. Y'all already know what it is. It's King Leo. I'm out here.